today we've got some pretty exciting news that I'm going to be sharing with you, and I'm going to take you through my current pull session. So you will see on the T-bar row we did a bigger, so it's going to be 27 weeks into the first photo shoot. That's a nice sound, isn't it? It's definitely the best flavour. So what's going on, guys? Hope you are good. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen anything on the channel before now, then welcome. I'm Jake, bringing you some simple and effective fitness tips to help transform your physique. So today we've got some pretty exciting news that I'm going to be sharing with you, and I'm going to take you through my current pull session with a few little modifications for today. But we're going to be going in anyway. Follow me through that. I'll walk you through my current pull session, and then I'm going to be diving into what is going on this year with my own training, the plans for everything, and what we have decided to do, and the plan of action that we, myself and my coach Mike, have been putting together for the past few weeks. So we're going to be covering all of that across the video today. But before that, I'm going to have a little bit of a sip on this as a bit of a pre-workout for training, which ideally we don't really want to be drinking during training. Sometimes I do, but it definitely isn't optimal because any caffeine or any benefits that we'd get from this 4-hour workout are going to take a good half an hour to kick in. So drinking it whilst you're training, although sometimes can be nice, is pretty pointless from a pre-workout point of view. So we're going to be sipping on that now. I'm going to finish up a couple of little bits and bobs, jobs, client bits that I need to get done, and then we're going to get everything ready together and head off to the gym. It's not always the best idea walking down this path on the way to the gym, because if it's not muddy it's fine, and I thought it would be okay this morning, but it is actually a little bit muddy. So I've done it before, made the mistake before. I'm going to have to wipe my feet for a bit before I go into the gym, because the last thing I want to be is that guy who traipses mud through the gym. Having been someone who's worked in the gym for 6 years, it is annoying when you get people coming with muddy boots and getting mud all over the machine and the floor and everything. So yeah, it's not terrible, but probably should have stuck to the paths for the walk this morning. But hey ho, we're in it now, aren't we? Just stopped short York. The gym is literally there, so it's literally like a 5-minute walk for me to get to the gym. But I wanted, before we go in, just to take a second to chat about what this last 2 years has been. So I did a photo shoot pretty much about 2 years ago now, so in 2021. We set a plan to do a photo shoot to get into the best shape I'd ever been in, and that is exactly what we did. We dieted for about 16 weeks. We did more cardio than I've ever done in my life. We pulled food lower than it's ever been in my life, and we got into the best condition that I've ever been in. And I loved the whole process. I loved the day of the photo shoot itself. The photos I was super happy with, but I couldn't help feeling coming away from that day knowing that I could have been leaner, and I definitely needed to build some more muscle tissue. As a natural lifter, as someone who doesn't take any sort of anabolics or anything to help them grow muscle, it takes a hell of a long time. And as someone who's always struggled to build lean muscle tissue, it's a very, very long process. And I knew if I wanted to do another photo shoot prep with significant differences from the last one we did 2 years ago, it was going to take a hell of a long time to build that muscle tissue and see that difference that we would want to see. And that is literally what the last 2 years has been. It's been a process of building muscle, trying to train to get stronger, eating more food for extended periods of time, longer than you probably would expect to have to do it, and then a couple of little diets here and there to keep things tidy and make sure we weren't getting too fat or adding too much body fat. To the point now where we are literally at the end of a 45-week gaining phase. So I've been working with Mike now for the last 45 weeks, and all we've done through that time together is gain, is build muscle tissue, push food up to a point now where after 45 weeks, food is over 4,500 calories a day, which is the highest for me it's ever been, which is actually a bit of a struggle to get through. Our weight's gone up to about 80 kilos, so we're about 13-ish kilos up from where we started. Feeling pretty good. Composition is starting to get a little bit sort of fluffier now. You know, you can see the body fat that's been added, but we're feeling really good in terms of the progressions with the physique. We're looking a bit fuller, looking a bit bigger, strength's been going up. So we're in a really, really good position. So we have made the super, super exciting decision to drop into a photo shoot prep for this year. So that is what I've been super, super excited to talk to you about, is that at the end of this year, we're going to be doing not one, but 2 photo shoots. And I cannot wait to diet back down and to see what we've been working on and what we've built over the past 2 years of training, discipline, dedication, everything like that. So that is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to head into the gym now for pull. I'm going to take you through that workout, show you what that current split looks like, and then we're going to head back home and I'm going to talk you through what the plan for these photo shoots is, how we're going to approach them, how long they're going to take, and what I'm going to be planning on doing every single week to keep you guys in the loop and to keep you updated with what that whole process looks like and how it is currently going. Can't wait for that. So let's head into the gym and get pull done. So I normally do deadlifts for my first pull movement, but the last couple of weeks we've been getting a few tweaks in my back that's been then affecting my leg sessions and things like that. So we're going to give that a bit of a rest, and I've started with a single arm row, which is probably, to be fair, my favourite row variation, the standing row, just for something a bit different. Then we're going to go into a single arm cable pull down, which again probably hasn't been in the programming for at least, well, the entire 45 weeks we've been gaining. It's only just been put back in. Then we're going to be on a T-bar row, which I'm going to talk you through because we're going to do a bit of a cluster set, something a bit different. Then we're going to go into a pullover and finish with some arms. And that set is knackering. 1 to go. So you'll have seen on the T-bar row, we did a bigger set, a longer set than what I would normally do, and we call that a cluster set. So we basically paired 6 sets at 4 reps together. So it was 4 reps, 5-second rest, 4 reps, 5-second rest. The reason for this is that we can lift heavier weights, but get more reps out. So we're helping increase our overall volume. We went for a set of 24 with a higher weight. Typically, obviously, if you would go to 24 straight reps, you'd have to drop the weight quite low, which we don't want to be doing. So with just small breaks interspersed across it, means you can lift a little bit heavier, get a few more reps out, push that volume up. So that is pulled on. Can never quite get the angles or the lighting that you want when you're filming by yourself. It's difficult to make it look a little bit nicer, but we do the best that we can. Managed to get most of it, which is pretty good. So like we said, standing single arm row into a single arm pull down. A lot of single arm work really, which I've not done for avoiding the nettles, which I've not done for a long time. Into the T-bar row with the cluster set, into a dumbbell pullover, and then finishing off with some preacher curls and some rope curls. So it's not the biggest session, to be fair. It's probably the quickest session of the week that I have. But it went pretty well. It's pretty nice. So we're gonna head back now, walk home through the mud again, and make some post-workout, and then we're gonna talk through the plan for these photo shoots in November. So how we're gonna approach them, how long they're gonna take, everything like that. So let's get back, get some food, and we'll get into it. Whoa, look at that. Post-workout are kings. So we've literally got, as usual, we've got some cereal, some Haribo and some dark chocolate with some protein powder and water. So I'm gonna have that in just a minute. So the photo shoots, we are gonna be doing 2 this November. So as of time of recording now, it's towards the end of April. The plan is to drop into the photo shoot diet in the middle of May. So me and Sophie are going away to Barcelona around mid-May. So we're gonna start when we get back, which is gonna give us a total of about 27 weeks to diet. So it's much, much longer than the diet that I did last time. It might sound like a long time, but especially again as a natural lifter, the longer you can give yourself in the diet phase, the better you can manage it in terms of how lean you want to get and also retaining as much muscle tissue as possible. So we're going to give ourselves as much time as we possibly can. And not only that, but I've got several things coming up along the way to that photo shoot. So I've got about 3 stag do's abroad. I've got about 3 weddings coming up, my own birthday, things like that. That just means the more time that we can give ourselves, the easier it's going to be to work those things in and work around them. And there is obviously going to have to be a big degree of sacrifice and control when it comes to those events. But ultimately, it is just going to be a case of having more time means we can be a little bit more flexible and make life a little bit easier. So it's going to be 27 weeks into the first photo shoot, and then we're going to have a full week between the first and the second photo shoot. And obviously the goal is to literally beat the condition and the size of the last photo shoot in 2021. That is it. That is the only goal. So super, super excited for this. And it's going to be giving me much more motivation for my training, for my nutrition. It's going to be giving me much more stricter discipline and deadlines. And you tend to find when you're in some sort of photo shoot style diet, your routines and your day-to-day drive is so much better because everything is just so routined. And to be honest, it'll be nice more than anything to have a break from the amount of food that I've been having to eat, which sounds crazy, but is genuinely true. So that is going to be the plan going into it. We're probably going to drop in quite aggressive because I know I can handle that aggressive approach to low calories and high cardio to bring me down a little bit quicker. The last shoot, I came in around 66 kilos and I'm currently sitting at about 80 kilos. So we've probably got hopefully about 10 to 12 kilos to lose, having gained at least a couple of kilos in lean muscle tissue over the past few years. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see as we start dieting down how I'm looking, what my composition's like, and what my weight's saying. Doesn't really matter what my weight is, it just gives us a small indication of how much progress I've potentially made within that 2-year gap. So that is the plan, that is the approach, and the other super exciting news is I'm going to be doing my absolute best to document the entire thing. So every single week, I'm going to be aiming to do a video on various topics covering the photo shoot, covering dieting, covering training, whilst keeping you updated with how my own training's going, my own photo shoot prep's going, the diet's going, any adjustments we've made. I'm going to be trying to bring that to you every single week in this video format to keep you up to date and to keep me accountable to keeping on top of bringing some really cool content for you guys as well. So you're going to be able to see firsthand exactly what a photo shoot diet process looks like, what it entails, how long it takes, and what changes we look for as we go through that process leading up to the photo shoots themselves, where all being well, I'm planning on doing a full photo shoot day vlog. We'll get Ben down, we'll have him there for the whole day, and we'll show you exactly what the day looks like, from the travel down to the day itself, the photos themselves, what we do afterwards, everything. So it is going to be a big year for content, for dieting, and for my own physique and development, which I cannot wait for. So that is it. That is the full video. That is everything that's going on this year. I am super excited. So thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, don't forget, do all that YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, everything like that. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Oh man, I've been waiting so long for this. Mm.